Hi, I'm Mrs. Mapp, and I am going to be presenting the information that was previously shared with our sophomores during their English classrooms. I am currently the sophomore counselor, and you're watching this video for one of two reasons. Either you were absent on the day that we visited your classroom, or you want to go ahead and go back and reference some of the information that we shared with you, and we're happy that you are doing so. We're going to cover a number of different sections or a number of different areas of your transcript, different classes that we offer at Pueblo as we prepare for you to then start selecting your classes for next school year. As a junior, we want to make sure that you are on track for graduation and that we're also looking forward to your senior year to make sure that you are in line to meet our graduation requirements. If at any point you have any questions during the registration process, I want you to please make sure that you reach out to us so we can answer any questions that you might have. So next school year, you begin your junior year in the correct classes, and it is a smooth start for you. What I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and recap, like I mentioned, the PowerPoint that we shared with our students. And, I want to just say congratulations because it has been a rough year. I know that online has definitely been challenging for a number of students and for a number of reasons. So hang in there. You will be finishing up this semester, I'm pretty sure, with strong attendance and with great grades. So as we are discussing graduation, we need to go over your graduation requirements with you. There are the graduation requirements that are set forth through our district that each student has to meet 23 credits, and those 23 credits must be in specific classes. On the screen, you see that we have outlined or we have listed the high school graduation requirements. And we've also listed the three state supported universities here in Arizona. So you can compare our high school graduation requirements with the admission requirements of ASU, NAU, and U of A. You'll find that they pretty much overlap. I'll go ahead and point that out to you here in a little bit in terms of what to keep in mind as you are registering for your classes. So for Pueblo High School, we require our students to have 4 years earned credit in their English class as well as their math. We also require 3 credits of science and of social studies, 1 credit of fine arts or CTE, half a credit of a year of PE, half a credit of health, also 6.5 electives. And so the student should meet a minimum of 23 credits to meet that requirement. Looking at the state-supported universities in Arizona, they pretty much align hand in hand with the exception of the world language. At Pueblo, our world language is Spanish. So if you notice, students don't have to earn a Spanish credit to meet the Pueblo High School graduation requirement. However, it is strongly recommended that you do in fact take a minimum of 2 years of that foreign language, which is Spanish, to make sure that you are admissible to the universities if you choose to go that route. The list that we've included for the Arizona universities, if you look at the number of credits, they equal out to 16, and that is what the universities refer to as the Sweet 16. In addition to the high school credits, keep in mind that students also must pass their civics exam, have had their CPR training taken care of before graduation. And your senior year, students will be required to fill out what's called the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, in order to participate in our graduation ceremony. You don't have to worry about that now because it's still too early to fill out as a junior, but you will be filling that out next year as a senior. Basically, the FAFSA is a snapshot of your family's financial income in terms of how much that they earned over a year's given time. And if you yourself were working, you would also submit that information. That information is then shared with the college or the university that you will be attending in hopes that you may be receiving some additional federal assistance, some additional federal monies or grants to help pay for your college expenses. And as you get closer to that senior year, you'll end up finding out a lot more information about that, and we'll also be assisting you during that process. Before we can start talking about what classes to take for next year, we also ask you to understand where you currently stand. What is your status in terms of your credits? Most of you will have received your copy of your transcript over the mail or through the mail. Others may still be in transit. But once you do receive your transcript, you'll know exactly how many credits you've earned up to this point. As a second semester sophomore, if you passed all of your classes up to this point, you should have a minimum of 10 and a half credits. And you'll see that the column that you'll find on your transcript will actually show the number of completed credits. That's what that CMP stands for. It's completed. And at the very bottom, it tallies then how many credits you should have earned at this point. In addition to the credits that you've earned, the information that you can also find on your transcript includes your GPA, which is your grade point average. What we do is we look at all of the classes that you have been enrolled in while at Pueblo, the grades that you've earned, and we then we average the grades that you've earned to give you that GPA. Some of you may notice that you have two different GPAs, the weighted GPA and also the unweighted GPA. The weighted GPA takes into consideration those advanced classes that you may have registered in. The advanced classes do allow students an opportunity to earn an extra point towards their GPA for those classes that they're enrolled in. So for some of you, your weighted GPA may be the same as your weighted GPA, and for others, you may see that your unweighted is in fact different than your weighted, and that is the reason why. You can also find your class rank listed on your transcript, as well as your civics exam results if you have completed the CPR requirement. And for those of you who may be behind in credits, you'll be able to pinpoint what classes you need to go back and earn credit in. Or if you weren't satisfied with the grade that you earned previously, you will know which class to enroll in if you want to earn a higher grade for those classes. And our NCs are also included on student transcripts. The NCs are an indication that a student did not earn credit based off of the number of absences that they had in that specific class for that specific semester. So regardless if a student was passing the class, maybe earned an A, a B, a C, or a D in that class, regardless of the grade that they earned, they did not have enough seat hours as required by the state of Arizona in order to earn that credit. And keep in mind that no credits must be made up before a student could graduate. If you yourself have earned an NC for a class, please reach out to your counselor because we will then come up with a plan for you to be able to make that up as soon as possible. But again, the NC is determined by the lack of attendance. So it's really important that when you are absent, you call in to excuse your absences because the NC is specifically for those absences that are unexcused. And once you hit that 10 unexcused absences, the NC will automatically be placed on your transcript. So like it says on the screen, the moral of the story is go to class. If you have to be absent, please have your parent or your guardian call to the office and excuse that so you don't find yourself in that situation. So looking forward to next school year, you will be a junior. Congratulations. So what do we need to do now to ensure that you are in the right classes for next school year? You'll find that on our Pueblo website under the counseling link, you'll find the course selection form. You'll also find online our course description catalog. So if you have a specific question about a class, you want to find out a little bit more about it, you can read about those classes in the catalog. You'll also find our video online, which is what you're watching now, so you can go back and review if you need to. The other piece we also want to share with you is that online we have also posted our 4-year plan for those students who are in the academy, so they know specifically what classes they must take and in the order that they take them in. You will be able to see that example here in a few slides. Those of you who are interested in the Academy, we want to invite you to an information session that we will have via Zoom on Thursday, January the 21st at 6 p.m. So keep that date and keep that time in mind. We will be sending more information out to you in terms of the Zoom link and also information on how to then register for the Academy itself. Now, the reason why it's really important for you to think about the courses that you want to take for next school year is because what you take next year as a junior will then be a stepping stone towards what you take your senior year. And it's really important for you to understand that the choices that you're making not only impact what classes you're going to be taking next year, but can in fact impact what universities you might be enrolling in or applying to your senior year, or possibly even what jobs you could qualify for once you graduate from Pueblo. So it's not just about the immediate future as in next school year, but also the future that comes after you graduate post-secondary, post Pueblo High School graduation. So please make sure that you are really thinking about what your goals are, what you would like to accomplish before you graduate from high school, rather than what classes your friends want you to take or what classes maybe your boyfriend is in. We want you to really focus on yourself and understand that your classes next year can in fact tie into then your post-secondary plans once you graduate. Just so that way you are familiar with the information that we are going to ask of you during the course selection process. What you'll need to submit is your name, making sure that you enter the name that you find in Student View. It has to be your legal name, so please don't put any nicknames on there. So your last name, also a good email address for you. If you check your personal email much more than you do your school email, we want you to use the email that you use on a regular basis. We're going to ask for your phone number. If possible, if you have your own cell number, we want you to include that one. If you don't have your own cell number, you can include either your house number or a parent's phone number. Your matrix number, which is your student ID, your date of birth, and also your post-secondary path, what your plans are. And we absolutely understand that your plans can and probably will change, but just give us an idea of what you're thinking of as of this time. On the right side of the screen, I went ahead and included a snapshot of what the form actually looks like, so that way you can know that you are on the right page and you are in fact filling out the right form for us. Now, once you do complete that preliminary information, you'll be able to then select courses for next school year. When it comes to your English class, you will either select a regular English class or an advanced class. You can also select cultural relevant courses, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. When you are looking at your math class, that too, you will have an option for a regular class or an advanced class. Now, if you are behind in credits when it comes to math, keep in mind that you can select those remedial courses. So for example, let's say you didn't pass your geometry class during sophomore year. You will be allowed to pick geometry for next school year in addition to your junior level math class. So you may in fact have two math classes running concurrently, meaning that you're in two math classes at the same time to make sure that you have the ability to still graduate on time without having to come back for an additional semester. This is why we highly encourage students, if they are behind in credits, to register and take that class and earn that credit over the summer before going into their junior year. And we'll have more information about summer school in the next coming months. In addition to your English and your math, you'll also be selecting your history and your science class, whether that be a regular or an advanced class. For those of you who have not earned your PE credit or the half credit of health, you'll select that also for next school year. If you have not earned your fine arts credit and you are university bound, we want to make sure that you do have that fine arts credit taken care of. Then looking at the world language, which is our Spanish class, keep in mind that students should have those 2 years of Spanish before they graduate. So if you did not take Spanish your freshman year, nor are you in a Spanish class this year, you must take that first year of Spanish your junior year and then complete the second year your senior year. We do have different levels of Spanish. We have the basic Spanish classes, in addition to our Spanish for native speakers. So if you speak Spanish, if you read Spanish, if you can write Spanish, then you would be considered one of our native speakers, and you can then register for that native Spanish class. In addition to those levels, we also have our advanced placement Spanish classes to include language and literature. The great thing about taking an AP Spanish language or literature class is at the end of the course, you have the ability to take the AP exam. If you score a 5 on the AP exam for both of those classes, and you choose to attend the U of A next year or after you graduate, you only have to take one additional Spanish class to automatically earn a minor in Spanish. So you are actually going to be earning college credit while you are in high school. And once you do get to the U of A, you only take one additional class and you will have already earned that minor. So it's a win-win because you are saving time and you're also saving that money and not having to pay that tuition for those other credits. Now, as you are scrolling down and looking through the course options, we want to just quickly explain to you a couple of abbreviations that you'll see on the form. If a class shows AP, that stands for our advanced placement classes. Keep in mind that these courses are taught with the college or university guidelines. So we do use the curriculum that you find at a college level course. These courses are in fact rigorous, so you will be spending some time outside of the classroom to work on projects, to understand the material a little bit deeper. These AP classes are in fact recommended by those students, or I should say are recommended to students who will be going on to the university, and especially those who will be applying to Ivy League schools. Our courses that show CR are our culturally relevant courses. You'll find these courses in English and history. Culturally relevant courses are taught with the perspective of either a Native American viewpoint, a Mexican American viewpoint, or an African American viewpoint. So you are still studying that history or learning about English works, poems, or writings, but you're going to find that it'll be focused within those areas. We also have classes that are keyed in or have the DE abbreviation. And that means that that student is earning dual enrollment credit for those classes. A student is not only earning Pueblo High School credit, but also college credit. With our dual enrollment classes, students would register also as a Pima Community College student. And in order for you to earn those credits, there is some paperwork that you'll be filling out with the assistance of Mr. Cruz, our college and career coordinator. So you do want to reach out to him and let him know that you are interested in that dual enrollment credit. In addition to dual enrollment credits, we also have our dual language classes. These classes are bilingual classes, and there will be, again, some paperwork that you would be filling out where your parents are in fact giving you permission and acknowledge that you will be taking dual language credit or dual language classes. When it comes to some of our electives, you'll notice that you may find a plus sign or a little squiggly line associated with them. If there is a plus sign, that means that that class requires you to either audition in order to get into that class, or you could possibly have to interview with a teacher, or there is an exam that you might take or might have to take. If a student would like to get into a class that is requiring a prerequisite, that means that you needed to have earned a credit prior to being accepted into that class. So for example, if you're interested in, let's say, Auto 3-4, a student had to have earned their Auto 1-2 credit before joining that advanced class. For the classes that have a little squiggly line, keep in mind that these classes do require some outside time outside of the period or outside of the school day. These classes would include like band, yearbook, the Warrior News, the newspaper, the theater, because a lot of these students are participating in events outside of the school day. So keep that in mind. And just as some information to share with you, our electives are year-round, which means that you are going to be committed to that particular class, both for the fall and the spring semester. The only semester or the only electives that we offer that are semester long would include our PE class and our weightlifting class and our health class. So as you are thinking about the electives, you have many options at Pueblo. We are going to ask you to select 3 primary electives and 3 alternate electives. The primary electives are those classes that you would really like to take. And the reason why we ask you to select alternate electives is because sometimes those primary electives are fill up rather quickly. And so if for some reason we can't get you into one of those primary electives, we know which other 3 electives that you wouldn't mind being in for that next school year. So as you're thinking about electives, you know, think past your high school years. I'm going to share with you some options for you to consider. You know, some of our general electives we have included on the screen. They may include an AP Computer Science class, a cycling class, Office or TA, our Student Service Learning. So there's a number of electives that would fall under the general elective class. These classes can be selected just based off of a student's interest, or maybe they're actually, the student is thinking about possibly pursuing one of these areas once they graduate from high school. In addition to that, our school also offers what are called CTE classes. CTE are career technical education classes where the information that is being shared with you, the knowledge that you are going to obtain from taking these classes, you can apply to the real world immediately. And after you complete that course, you will actually walk away with a certification within that area. And I'm just going to use autos for an example, since it's the first one that's listed. You know, students in the auto class, you are going to be learning about the different parts that make up the automobile. you're going to be learning how to not only maintain your, with the cars that you're working on, but also fix them. So what you are learning that day in that class, you can automatically go home and, work on your own cars or your family cars. You don't have to pay somebody to change your oil because you're going to be learning how to do that for yourself. So that's what the CTE classes focus on, is learning that real world, getting that real world experience and being able to apply it. Um, we offer a number of different areas from, like I said, auto to photography, healthcare foundations, marketing, film, early childhood education, and web design and photography. In addition to our career technical education courses, we also have a partnership with JTED. JTED is the joint technical education courses that are available to students throughout Pima County. So as a Pueblo High School student, if you are interested in any of the courses that are listed on the screen, because we don't offer them at Pueblo, you can in fact take them through JTED for free. Keep in mind that these are only a few classes that JTED offers. They offer a lot more. And once you complete their program, you will have either your state license or your state certification. So you can start working in these career tracks as soon as you graduate from high school. The great thing about JTED is it's free while you're in high school, so you want to take advantage of it. If you are interested in JTED, you want to reach out again to our career and career and college coordinator, Mr. Cruz, and he'll be able to sign you up and guide you on how to then pursue that certification or that license within the areas that are listed on the screen. We will, in fact, as you're earning these credits through JTED, we will, in fact, post these credits on your Pueblo High School transcript, and they are applied then towards your high school graduation requirements as electives. The other great program I wanted to discuss with you is our College Preparatory Academy. The Academy is a wonderful opportunity for you to challenge yourself while you're in high school and take full advantage of the academic rigor that's provided to our students. The goal of the Prep Academy is to offer as much opportunities for students to earn full ride scholarships to those colleges that they're going to be applying to. It also offers a great snapshot or a great picture of the great student that you're becoming to those universities that you're going to be applying to, especially those Ivy League schools. They are going to know that you challenge yourself every semester and that you chose to take those most rigorous classes, those challenging classes that we offer at Pueblo. These classes are not only going to help you be successful as a high school student, but more importantly, be successful at that college and university level. Because once you graduate from high school, we want to make sure that you continue to be successful at that university level. If you are interested in finding out about the College Preparatory Academy, please contact Dr. Toro. And again, we will be having a Zoom information session on Thursday, January the 21st for you and your family to find out a little bit more about the College Prep Academy and how it can absolutely benefit you not only now, but in the future. Now, the students who are in the College Preparatory Academy, they do have their own 4-year plan. So students do take courses in that are outlined there on your screen. So students who want to know specifically what classes am I going to take as a junior if I am in the academy? What classes will I be expected to take as a senior while I'm in the academy? We've listed those for you, and you can actually reference this chart online on our counseling website, but I at least wanted to show you what that looks like and give you kind of a snapshot of what classes you'd be taking for the next couple of years. Just wanted to briefly share with you some of our most successful students who have gone through the academy. Just to name a couple, Bill de la Rosa. He's had numerous opportunities to have his college education paid for by those institutions that he's attended. You'll see that, this list is only a small example. We recently received word that we have students who have already received their admissions notice that they've been accepted into Harvard, into Yale, into University of Arizona. So it's not just about those Ivy League schools, it's also getting into our state universities, but with the opportunity of earning college, or with the opportunity of earning merit-based scholarships. We are super proud of our students, and I really hope that some of you are challenging yourselves to be included in this list once you do graduate from Pueblo. So again, it's about making sure that you take advantage of what we are offering you as a student here, because we want to make sure that you are challenging yourself and that you are looking forward to what is to come once you do graduate from Pueblo. Just a couple of reminders. As you are finishing up your electronic course selection form, make sure that you sign the electronic form, have your parents sign it, let them know what you are taking, because they too should be part of the process. And if you need any help or support, either with your course selections, or you just have questions about your GPA, you want to discuss grade replacement, you might be interested in possibly playing a sport in college and you want to find out about the NCAA, we're here to support you as best as we can. That's not just academically, socially, and also post-secondary, what your plans are after you graduate, whether that be attending a college or enlisting in the military or joining the workforce. For those students who have already started thinking about summer school, just know that summer school registration will begin in April. And as we receive information, we will make sure that we share that with you. So how do you contact your counselor? On our website, you'll see that our emails have been listed. Our phone numbers are also listed on there. And you can also request an appointment if you visit the Pueblo High School counseling website. And before I finish up, just wanted to share with you one last opportunity that you can start taking advantage of now. There is a website and organization called Raise Me, and Raise Me offers students what are called micro scholarships. You can start earning small scholarships as soon as today. You just have to register on their website. Students can then build on these scholarships with what they do while they are in high school, whether that is submitting your grades to that organization, submitting community service hours, letting them know when you take visits of colleges or universities, if you are going to be taking an assessment such as an SAT or ACT, that too can earn you potential scholarship funds. So you get to start earning or banking these amounts in hopes that once you do get to that university, you would then be receiving that financial assistance that you've earned as a student in high school. The website is www.raise.me, and we want you to take full advantage of this opportunity. If you have any questions, again, I'm asking that you reach out to either myself or anyone in the counseling department, because we are all here for you. Lastly, I want to say congratulations. It has definitely been an interesting semester, and we hope that you are safe. We hope that your family is safe. Take care, Pueblo Warriors. Work hard, finish strong, and have a great day. Thank you so much.